on the more. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's in
Okay.
progress now. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Sorry for that break in transmission. So, with the healthcare set part of things, we decided to bring in nurses to the NHS, not care home, because I was concerned about ethics, and also I just didn't want any of our people coming here to face anything that I would not normally want to go through. So the purpose of that recruitment was not for profit purposes, but because we were looking for to impart as many people as we can and as many family that will benefit. I'm glad that a lot of nurses came through, and they came with their family, they came with their husband, the children, and all that. And seeing them and knowing that they are doing well, it is something that kind of gladdens my heart. Is very okay for me. I remember when we went to Nigeria to do the conferences, then to sensitize nurses. A lot of people were telling us, "Why are you doing this? Why are you not charging? Why are you not asking them to pay something?" And I just said, recruitment is not something you pay for in the UK. Recruitment is free, honestly, because when you charge people for recruitment, you are actually breaking the law. It's not human slavery. So at the end of the day, these people we are working with, they will, settle us at the end of the day. So why will I want to stress the nurse to pay something again? So that was the platform. Is a shame that that couldn't continue after the COVID. Now we have other areas, I would say, interest. We heard about the healthcare visas and all that, a lot of things coming up, and people want to actually assess this opportunity. There is nothing wrong with that at all, but it is good for us to be informed. It is good for us to have the right information so that we will not be taken advantage of, so that we will know exactly how to assess the right things and get what we want, and we will not be abused in the process. So we are going to get on with it. What is healthcare visas? Healthcare visas. He said it allows medical professionals to come or stay in the UK to do an eligible job with the NHS or NHS supplier, or in adult and social care. Adult health and social care, that is where the care home, the domiciliary care, the living care, and every other care comes into place. So this is not for an engineer, is not for someone in other profession, but it has to be in the healthcare services. Before, like the one I mentioned, the nurses and the doctors, it was easy for them to write their PLAB and then to do their exams and come over. And the nurses will write their IELTS and their CBT, and they come in and they do their verification and do all they need to do and come over. But as health worker, what do I do? How do I qualify for this? What are the criteria? What do I have to have for me to be able to secure a job in this area? It's simple. I'm just going to pin this so that everyone can see, and also I can admit people in. Okay, yeah, that's fine now. So, how do I come into this area? What do I do to qualify? Anyone can come into it, because it's not something that you need like a specialized certificate to do, but you need some form of qualification, and also you need some form of training for you to be able to do what you have to do in this area. And with that training, the UK government have given a guideline that you have a minimum of National Vocational Qualification Level 3. It's called NVQ Level 3 in that area. When you have that, you should be able to apply as a senior healthcare assistant for any job. Now, they have different titles when you're working with the NHS as healthcare assistant, there is difference between healthcare assistant and healthcare worker. People don't understand. Healthcare assistant, you work with the NHS, you are trained with the NHS, and most of those people, you see them in the ward. There are some things they will not do, that the nurses do. But HCA, you can easily get a sponsorship job with HCA than just healthcare worker. So if you are already in the country and you want to switch category, or you want to work as healthcare worker and I will advise you start taking in maybe agency work, NHS professional. You can register with them, you can work with them and get into working in NHS world. By the time you are doing this, you are giving yourself this platform of having experience of working in the NHS setting. And with that, you can easily get training to do HCA training. And once you do that, most of the HCA training, HCA work under the NHS, they come with sponsorship. They come with sponsorship. You might have to apply so many times because now it's in demand, but they do. If you put in, let me say, 30 application in a month, you will definitely get an interview. You will get an interview because it is all over the country. Every area have their own country. So you have an NHS, you have Bolton, you have Warrington, you have different areas. So don't be limited to a trust. Apply to different trusts. By the time you do all this application, you will certainly secure an interview. Now, people will like, okay, NHS might be too hectic. I want to try the. I hope everyone can hear me because I think I can see people trying to lean over. Are they hearing me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right.
You are audible.
Yes.
We can hear.
Okay, all right. So rather than you waiting, they'll say, oh, I don't want to wait for NHS. I want to try the care home. There is nothing wrong with care home. You can try. The only thing is that when you're getting any care home job and they want to sponsor you, please read the contracts. Read between the lines and make sure that you understand your contract and you understand exactly what you're getting in so that someone will not overuse you. So yes, you can get contract, but another thing you can get through agency, which is now we have talked about NHS, we've talked about a care home. Now you can get sponsorship through agency, and most of the agency they do things like domiciliary care. Domiciliary care is when you move from place to place. It tends to be harder because it's not one spot, and it's beneficial to those that drive. So through agency, you can easily get sponsorship for that. And also we can look at live-in care. Live-in care is another one that is not popular because people don't want to do it. But with that area, there are more jobs in that area and you can get sponsorship as well. So these are various, areas in which one can get sponsorship. But people like how? They are saying they can get this thing, we are searching, we are not getting. I can tell you if a job should come out with I tried this last week. A job was advertised on CV Library, and it was what's the name of this company? I will have to look at it now. And they supply staff to NHS, and they applied a position within 3 hours. 3 hours, it was taken down. It was covered because the amount of application they got, it was so much, they have to take it down. So if you really want to get this, if you have to set alarm, you have to set you know I don't know how you will set your stuff now for you to get alert for this job when they come. Do it. Register with CV, register with Indeed, register with Total Job, register with the NHS platform, every of the platform you can, and follow this thing through. It is not going to be easy, but it is easier for you to have your sanity and know that you are not being played by anyone or you are not being email notification, thank you very much. You can set those notification and they come quickly. You are not being played by anyone. No one is using it for business and taking so much money for you because you want to secure this job. Because they are there. They are there. It's just for us to be able to apply for them. Now, aside the area that we talked about, we've got other areas as well, other area of, oh, there's so many people coming in. I just have to keep admitting them, and it's distracting me. Okay, all right, is in now. There are different areas that we want to look at, careers, because people in this area, they don't need to start struggling. It's just there are some certification they need to do for them to be able to qualify, for them to work in the UK. And we have people that already have qualification, that as in managerial position. If you have managerial experience, there's what they call NVQ level 5. If you do it, you can apply for management position, and that can give you sponsorship as well. We have the psychologist, we have the pharmacists. Those are already pharmacists in Africa. They can come in and do a course in Sunderland University for them to be able to practice as a pharmacist here. Those are different routes. It's just like someone that is a medical doctor coming through healthcare ACA route. I just don't know why, because at the end of the day, that person can write his flab and come in here to work as a med and even secure a job in Nigeria before coming, rather than coming through this other route, because people feel it's quicker. It might be quicker, but there is a lot of exploitation going on. We have those that have done things like occupational therapists, speech and language therapists. Those are areas you can even branch in, those that are students. We have people that are students among us that are doing degree, and they want to, like, okay, what will I do for my master's for me to stay? So these are areas. We have nurses, midwives, social work, laboratory technicians, paramedic, dispensing opticians. We have the pharmaceutical technicians, the medical and dental technicians, and all these. These are different area of medical professional that you can vent into, rather than healthcare assistant, for you to be able to secure this visa. So this visa is not limited to healthcare assistants alone. So we have other areas that one can work with and one can work towards for them to secure sponsorship. But now, other areas that I wanted to cover is that there are different sponsorship routes. When your employer, you get an offer and they give you what they call certificate of sponsorship. Normally, the way it's being done, you are not meant to pay for it. The employer knows that they can sponsor you. That's why they are giving you that route. So when people start telling you to pay for it, please be very careful, so that you will not be abused, and people will not just use you for nothing. Because now I'm hearing stories of people being charged 1,500, 2,500, and they are giving people one. They are telling them they are going to come through in batch 1, batch 2, batch, and all those things. A lot is going on. Please let us get informed, because we can actually apply for this job and we will get it. So when we are applying for the job, why are we not getting interview? Why are we not getting called? When your jobs come, there's what they call job specification. They will tell you what your roles are, the things you are going to do. In that area, when you are answering your question, make sure you answer your specification every single question. But when you are answering it, make sure you back it up with an example. By the time you do that, that is what will stand you out. When I was employing people and I get their application, that is the area I go to first. You look at it and you go through, and the ability to answer those, that will stand you out from the crowd. So you cannot just give general or copy and paste. You need to tailor it with that. Then Okay, hold on. Let's see who is talking so that we can mute all.
Adeniyi and Deborah is still not muted.
Okay, I'll just try and mute them. Okay, is that person muted now? Think. Okay, sorry about that. Please, let's try and mute our mics so that others will enjoy and get what we are saying, please.
There is a
Thank
Shola
you.
Odu. If you can mute Shola Odu.
Okay.
There's a Shola Odu.
Okay, I think I can see Shola now. Yeah.
Said Chikezeku.
Please just kindly just mute yourself, please. Thank you. All right. So when we look at these formats, most times it will help us to stand out from the crowd. I know this is something that is like, oh, is easier. She's just saying it, but I'm serious. With evidence, you can see that these things are happening. People are still securing job, and people can still come in through the NHS or through other trusts for them to come to work rather than focusing on care home. Please don't focus on care home. Another area that Vivian told me to touch on was about students that are coming in that want to get part-time job and they want to work, and most of them are finding it difficult. As a student, when you come to a new country, you are here new and you want to apply for job, you can start with agency. When you start with agencies and they are asking you for referencing, you have your personal tutor. Your personal tutor, one of the role of your personal tutor is to act for you as to reference for you. So you can ask your personal tutor to reference for you, and once they reference for you, that should be able to go through. Another person that can reference for you is your minister of religion. That is your pastor. They can, because most time when you send references from Nigeria, it takes a long time, and some agency might not admit it because Nigerians have realized that most of our organization, they don't have work email. They use personal email, and they will not accept personal email. So it's better if they have work email, then fine, they can come in. But when you want to use your referencing, please, your personal tutor, it is their role. It is not, you are not begging, it's their role to give you reference. And also your pastor, if you're going to church, can do. And if you know any medical doctor, they can give you a reference, and that should be able to pull through for you. And if you have done any training with any of the healthcare company, like online training or whatever, you can ask your personal trainer as well for reference, and they will give you. I think I'm going to leave room for questions so that we will be able to take more answers and cover the needs, what people need. Vivian, I just want you to know that it's saying the meeting is going to be off in few minutes. Did you
Yeah, I think
update?
it's going to. I think it's going to update. I think it's going
Okay.
to update itself. I think
All
so.
right. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just wait for people to ask questions before I chip in what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Maybe so. Guys, would open anybody that wants to ask it. Please raise your hands and you'll be called. Please, that would be. I think instead of everybody talking, if you raise your hands, Chike,
Yeah.
unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. My name is Chike. I have this question.
Yeah.
Because I have my background is computer science, but back in Nigeria, I I my job was a medical administrative officer, and I did that for like 15, 16 years.
Okay.
So where would you advise, instead of going through that healthcare route, where do you advise I focus on?
Okay. Okay, thanks, Chike. With what you've said, based on your experience, and if you can get references to prove that, I would say because you have already gathered enough here in the area of administration, it would be better for you to do your level 5. If you do your level 5, then you can apply for management job, like management in the healthcare sector, like management in the area of a care home, or even with NHS. NHS depends on the visa in which you are in at the moment. NHS have a route called the graduate management route, and that graduate management route is for people with degree in any area. As long as you have a 2-1, you can apply for it, and they will train you up for you to be a manager. But most times, care homes are looking for managers. But for you to go into management role, it's good for you to know what's being done in the floor. So you can start from healthcare assistant to know what's being done, so that when you now have a role in this area, you'll be able to know how to manage the rota and every other thing that you need to do. But apart from that, from leadership, because your administrative skills again is your interest, what are your interests? If you know that you can still do things in the line of occupational therapist, you can do things in the line of social work, you can, it's all about your interest. And that's one beautiful thing with UK. You can have any first degree and you have a 2-1, and you can navigate and move on to other area if you want to, and you have the resources to do so. So it's all about what you want to do, your interest, and what you are interested. Because some people just want to follow the trend. I don't believe in following the trend. I want to follow my strengths. I want to see what I'm very good at, so that when the stress come in, because the stress is real, you will not be tired and you won't give up. So yes, you have done administrative for a long time. Do you enjoy it? Is it something you want to continue doing? Then team leader is something you should be looking at. But for you to be a team leader, you need to start from somewhere, so that you will be able to manage your team well. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, because you said you mentioned, okay, sorry, you
No,
mentioned something about you don't know the visa where which I am currently running on.
yeah,
I'm a dependent.
okay,
My wife she's a student.
yeah. So,
So
okay, if you are a
and
dependent, you are not restricted. So
yes,
you can actually apply for that graduate route, the NHS graduate route. It comes out every year. I know that there was a time I sent the link around. That was last year. That one is gone. So for this year, I'm not sure if it's out yet, but there is a graduate route for NHS. And with your experience, as long as you can back it up with references, I believe you should be able to do it.
yeah, because where I worked back in Nigeria is a multinational, so the
Yeah,
company, the email, everything tallies. But
fantastic.
but you mentioned something about 2-1. I didn't make it 2-1. I have the third class.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If you have a talk like you can, I don't. Have you heard of top up?
Top up.
Yeah. You can do a
So can
top
I?
up degree as part time, because you are dependent. You are not regulated. So you can do a top
Okay.
up. Yeah, you can do a top up,
Okay.
and that top up
Okay.
will give you a
Okay.
UK degree that will catapult you to
Okay.
better positions.
Okay. Now I
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I get. I can actually do a top up
Yes.
part time, right?
Yes, you can do it
Well, but
part
it's
time
going to be
because you are
expensive.
dependent. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but it's going to be expensive.
Well, depends
Ah,
on how you present your case,
Mm.
because you are not going to be applying for visa and you are dependent. So you might end up paying a home fee. Try and double check it. And if you choose like
Okay.
online options and things like that, it will be cheaper for you.
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very
Okay.
much,
Yeah.
Chike. We
Yeah.
will be taking a question from Chike Iroham.
I just spoke now. So
Okay, is it
I'm
Chike?
gonna
All
unmute
right,
myself.
Abby.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
exactly.
Chiki
Other
that,
Chike.
yeah.
Omasiri.
All right. Sorry, I have a question to ask. Thank you for the lecture. I have a question to ask. It's about nursing associate, training nursing associate. I don't know if the NHS sponsors training nursing associate for international applicants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, when anybody is speaking, can you just let us know where you are, like, so we know if you are in UK already or you are not in UK, or what part of UK, or what your visa status is. You know, it might be easier. So
Yeah.
to be able to tell you something, you know.
All right. Okay, I'm in the UK and I'm in Wolverhampton. So
Okay.
my visa is graduate visa, postgraduate work
Okay.
visa.
Okay.
And I want to
Postgraduate
switch
visa.
yeah. So I want to switch to a healthcare visa, but I don't know if the training nurse also can help me get the healthcare.
Okay. Okay. What did you study?
Forensic science.
What? Forensic.
Forensic, yeah.
Okay.
Forensic
All
science.
right. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Graduate physician. Most of the school that offer that course, they will not offer it to international students. And why most of them will not offer it to international? Because there is placement and all that involved. And by the time you finish, you are going to be working as you are going to be working like a nurse, but a higher nurse, because you prescribe and you do every other thing. I remember when both advertising and we advertised, we wanted people to apply for it. But at the end of the day, when they were approved and accredited, they said, no, it's not for international students. So the course is normally done within 2 years. So it depends on what is left in your course. So you might not be able to do it because by the time you finish, you won't have any time left. And that might put you in a very strong... Okay, we'll just record.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Please,
but
if we
now
can kindly just mute ourselves to enhance the quality of the voice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. I know somebody asked a question before we were cut off.
Yes, I think it was Oma Siri. She was I think she was asking about
The physician,
being on a dependent
graduate
visa.
physician, yeah.
No, not dependent, on this graduate visa post study.
Yeah.
Is she on? Let me even see if she's back.
I don't know if she's back. If she's back home.
She's not. So maybe you can take someone else's question. You
Okay, all right. Any
maybe
other
you can
question?
take Cherish
Okay.
Njoku.
Yeah. Hi, good
Hi,
evening,
Cherish.
everybody.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so I am a dependent. My husband is a student. I'm in Aberdeen.
Okay.
Yeah, so my question is, if although I studied microbiology, but I've worked like for 10 years or 10 years plus as a human resource personnel in Nigeria. So
Okay.
my question is, if I want to go into the healthcare, what can I do to be able to go into the healthcare sector, right?
All right. First of all, because you know, when you left school, it's more than 10 years, isn't it?
Yes, precisely.
And you've been working in human resources area.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, the two things. The school are going to look at because there's a new thing introduced by uni that wasn't there before, which is called credibility interview. And this is a new thing introduced by the Home Office to fish out students that are really genuine. So if you want to go back now and you want to study, the school are going to look at you and say, you've left school more than 10 years. You've been working, but you have not been working in that route. So if you want to pursue something and you apply for something in the human resources area, they will obviously give you. But if you apply for something in the healthcare, they might struggle to give you because they will not be able to justify it to the Home Office why they should be giving you this job, because for 10 years you have had a gap and you have not worked in this area.
Okay.
So for what did you have for your first degree? Is it a 2-1 or 2-2?
2-2.
Okay, so what I would advise you to do is that you can start, if you really want the healthcare sector, you can start working as healthcare assistant, but you can do your NVQ level 3, level 2, so gather up to about 6 months experience. So once you gather that 6 months experience, please can we all kindly mute, please? Thank you. So that it can answer everyone's experience. We'll have a good time. Thank you. So that will further kind of give you that leverage for you to apply for any of the healthcare courses. Then we can look at very few schools take 2 in social works, and also you can look at other area occupational therapists. You can look at physiotherapy. You can look at biotech and all that, which is your area. Lab technicians and all that. So you can look at any other area that, but start something with experience now. When you work in that area for at least 6 months or 9 months, that place, and do some training, please.
Okay, so you advise I do the NV3?
NVQ level 3. Yeah, level
NVQ
3,
level 3.
yes. And
Okay.
get some experience. And please, if you
Okay.
can be consistent with a particular place so that they can give you reference.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Can I ask something, or put in something?
Yeah.
If, for example, someone who hasn't worked at all, like what's her name, Cherish just said, and she just wants to go into care sector, or maybe work as a healthcare assistant or a support worker, whichever it is.
Please, can you mute everyone?
Can you mute, please?
And then you
Wow.
only mute them when it's time to talk. Mute everyone. It's better. If not, this recording is not going to be useful.
All right. So what I wanted to find out is, if for example, I am a student, not a dependent, and I want to work as a healthcare assistant, or maybe as a dependent, so I want to work as a healthcare and have no experience, no nothing. Are there certain trainings that you could recommend, and possible likelihood of, if they get this training and maybe the trainers who train them, or if you can know someone or how they could get these trainings, if it will aid them or put them at an advantage to get, the job quicker, or and also possibly, because most of them that get the employment from job opportunity offer, they always ask them for nursing references, and which has been something that I've got loads of calls if I could get or do a reference for them. So I don't know if you could shed more light on that with regards to trainings, or putting them in an advantageous position to getting a job.
Yeah. Okay. For someone that have not done care before and they want to go into care sector, the best route, the first thing first is for us to get training. And training most time is that if you get training, I always like trainers that are collaborated with like a care home. There are some, there's one then in, what I will do, Vivian, I will send you maybe a list of some training that can help as well, that they can do, because most of all these ones, they are attached with either an agency or with a care home. 24/7, 24 hours professionals. They used to do that a lot. They will train people and then they will link them to job. If they train you, they will give you a job. They'll give you a job. And what they do is that they get you references. They can add, the person that train you can do your reference, and any minister of religion, like I mentioned before, can do your reference. Anyone that will say you have to go and get a nurse from Nigeria to give you, that person is being discriminating. They don't want to give that job. It is not on, and it should be taken on. It should be reported to the MP. That is not right. That is not right. So for the one for oh, there's a lot of people coming back in. And please just give me a few minutes. Let me admit them in.
It's like I slept on my head again.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to admit mine. So yeah, they are coming up. Okay, thank you. So for that referencing, we can use agency. I know 247 should be everywhere in the country, not just in the UK. Then we have New Cross. The New Cross is there. Then we have Happy Hands, and we've got other of this agency that. And another thing I discussed with Vivian was that probably we can get someone to come into Aberdeen to train people, and then the person will act. Will be able to act as agent, as a referee for every candidate that they trained. Because if we can come to Aberdeen and do a training, probably a 2 weeks training with people that want to get into care with a certified course, and then the trainer will be able to give you reference. I think that will go a long way. Then people can easily get into job to support their family, especially families that are schooling. Husband or wife is in school, the other person have to work. So that is something that I can certainly look into, because it hurts me and it pains that people are being restricted from working just because they want them to get a nursing reference, which does not make sense. There is no book. Where is it? How? You know? So yeah, we will walk into that. We'll look into that, Vivian.
All right, that would be great. So we have Omasiri did not finish our question. So Omasiri is back here. If you can unmute yourself.
All right.
Okay.
Sure. My question was regarding the nursing associates role in the US with the NHS. Like, can the NHS sponsor train nursing associates for international applicants in the UK? That was my question.
Okay. Yeah, they do, but they will only train home students. So for you to qualify as a home student, you have to be someone that have lived there for 3 years, you have indefinite leave, or you have your passport, or your visa is not subject to control. Yes, they will. But any other category, they will not.
Okay.
Do they not? Can you not pay for any form of training? If
at the moment, associate physician is being restricted to home students.
I know. So it's not associates, like training nursing associates.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, nursing associate. Yeah. But you can find that if they'll let you attend it as international student, then you pay for it. But you have to weigh it if it's something you can handle, because most of those courses like that, they have placements. So will you be able to handle it? If you can, then why not?
Okay, but the school can sponsor me if the company doesn't sponsor, right?
No, the school will not. They will not. No, because it's under NHS. So that is being regulated. Yeah, no, they will not. You have to pay yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and also my second question was if someone has like the care certificate and IELTS from Nigeria, I didn't know that UK has an organization that sponsors overseas applicants with these qualifications.
Okay, depends on, is your qualification, is it accredited by the UK?
Yes, it is the care certificate. Yes.
Okay.
And the IELTS.
Okay, and your IELTS, how old is your IELTS? Is it up to 2 years?
No, it's a recent one.
Okay, it's a recent one. Yeah, what I would advise you, keep applying for the HCA jobs within the NHS. Please try as many trusts. If I were you, give yourself a task that you apply for 1 job a day. In a month, you would have applied for 30. Apply to different trusts. We have different trusts in the essence that the NHS in Warrington, in Chester, in Bolton, in Manchester, in Wigan, in Trafford, in different places, they are all different. And when I mean they are all different, we have one NHS, but we have different trusts. So apply to different. Don't restrict yourself to one place. When you get a good job, you can move. Even if you have a property in that place, you can rent your property, and when you get there, you will get another house. So just keep applying for the ACA, healthcare assistant job within the NHS. It is more, you get more sponsorship than the care homes. But the care homes still be trying, but you get more sponsorship with NHS.
So basically, they start first with, you don't just, even if you don't have experience, do you just go straight to the NHS? Or you can just start with the care home first?
Yes,
then
you
get
start
experience.
with the care home, but you can register for an agency called NHS Professionals.
All right, yeah. But that I don't know if that is in Scotland, it's applicable. I know it is in England.
Yeah, they are everywhere. I will double check there in Scotland, because when you register with NHS Professional and work with them for 6 months, I guarantee you will get a job with NHS, because all their contract is with NHS.
Okay.
But they are very rigorous in their training.
They are.
So is
they
that
are.
all?
They are.
Omasiri, is that all your question, right?
Yeah, that's everything. Yes.
All right.
Thank
So
you
we
very
have
much, ma'am.
Techno Calmon. Techno Calmon are 6. The lady.
Okay.
You're muted though. I can't see you. Please, you put on your camera if you want to speak to us, okay? Let's get to Mobolaji Ayodola.
Ayodola. Ayodola, Mobolaji Ayodola. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that.
Thank you very much.
Let's see you,
I'm
Mobolaji, now.
Ayodola. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I am a student, MSc student of Public Health and Health Promotion.
Okay.
I work as a nurse in Nigeria. We are 32 years experience in nursing. I'm working presently as part-time in a care home as HCA.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to work for only 20 hours in a week.
Okay.
Nursing. After this program, do I still to do the English?
Okay. All right. I know the network is playing up. I am Mobolaji. Yes. If after your program, when you finish this course, and you
I've done nothing.
Yes, you are doing your masters at the moment, and you are working 28 hours. Okay, and you are a nurse. So if you wait till the end of if you wait till the end of your program before you write your CBT exam, you don't need to write IELTS. And why is because then you will have a degree that is taught in England. Okay, you have a degree that is taught in England with English.
The line is breaking.
Oh, Jesus. Can every other person
I can hear you. We can hear you. I can hear you.
It's a network.
Yeah. Okay, if you can't hear me, don't worry, I will see and but
yeah, but you can watch you can watch the video afterwards, yeah, but she would respond to your question if it is that you're
respond to that question again. Yeah,
respond
it's
to
a
it.
popular one. I will respond to it. Okay.
You can
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
We can hear me now. Okay. So at the end of your course, I believe you'll be entitled to 2 years post-study visa. So within that time, you can apply to write your CBT part 1 and part 2. And because you have studied in England with English and you have the results and you have passed, you don't need to write IELTS then. You should be able to register with UK Nursing Council for you to be able to practice here. Yes, for as a nurse. So you won't need it. But if you are someone that is not comfortable with IELTS, rather than waiting, because you can as well start preparing yourself. You can write OET. OET is easier, yes. You can write OET and that will help you to register with NMC UK Council for that. So by the time you finish, you will just be working for exam, looking for work for you to get work.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, guys, please mute your mic if you're not talking. Yeah. Samsung, Chike Iroham, you say you have another question. Chike, put on the camera, please. Chike.
Okay. Yeah, my question is this. Care support and healthcare assistance, is it the same thing?
No, it is not. Healthcare assistant is specialized within the NHS role. They will take your temperature, they will do everything. But most people want to do support. It will be difficult for you to get sponsorship when you go through support routes. It will be difficult for you to get sponsorship when you go through support route because to them it's the easiest and a lot of their indigent want to do that anyway. So yeah, healthcare assistant is through NHS. So we have care assistant, that's care home, while HCA is NHS.
All right. So most preferably, healthcare assistant is most preferable for
yes, HCA. Yeah, you have
routes.
yes.
All right. So there's an iPhone, please. iPhone, I don't know the name there. Please put on your camera. It's a lady that was on just now. iPhone, there's no name to it.
Okay.
Techno, come on. There's this lady that was here just now that put on a camera. This is the iPhone lady. I don't know the names to it. So any other person that has a question, Techno, come on, 16 Pro. That's what I can see here. So do you have a question? You raised your hand. Any question from anybody, please? Great. So we have Techno is not, the round is not up again. All right. So I don't know if there's no question.
Okay.
That makes it easier and quicker. If there is no question, yeah, I would ask
MJ.
Adesua.
Yeah.
Okay, MJ. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
MJ.
sorry. Good evening, everyone. I
Good
actually
evening.
attended the meeting quite late.
Okay.
But I would like to know someone without an experience in the care.
Yeah.
And I would like to venture into care. What would be the best advice for a startup?
Okay. MJ, what's your background?
First degree in engineering and presently MSc in cybersecurity.
Okay. So did you do your MSc in cybersecurity in the UK?
Yes, I'm on it.
Okay, you're on it. Do you know, I'm going to give you a very honest advice, MJ. I know that because people feel that they want to stay back and all that, but let me tell you, when you finish your course, you're going to get your 2 years route. That 2 years route, have you heard of MOD jobs?
MOD, no, I've not.
Okay, that's Ministry of Defense. So, and it's under the government website. What I will tell you now is that even before you finish, start applying for MOD jobs, because with that, with your background in engineering and cybersecurity, you are going to get a very good job. And you are not getting one, you are getting multiple, in which you will be sponsored, because the salary within this job scale is more than you can ever imagine. You cannot go and start doing care because of the route.
Sponsorship.
You have a lot of opportunity. In short, your is under shortage list. Cybersecurity and engineering is under shortage list. So any company that employs you, they will sponsor you. So what I want you to do is that don't even listen to what people are saying. I have people that read your course, and before they graduate, they started applying for a job, and they have 2 jobs, and they have to choose, and they sponsor them. So what you do, put your CV together, update your LinkedIn account, start applying for MOD job, set your this thing up for alert, and other engineering companies that are taking up there. There is a lot in Glasgow, engineering companies, a lot. So start applying for them. I'm very sure you will secure it, because if for you now, with all this thing, for you to go back and start doing care training and all that, my brother, no, I don't think so, because I believe you will get the right job. You will.
Yeah. I really appreciate that. You made mention of MOD, Ministry of Defense.
Yeah, under the government website. You go to www.gov.uk, search for job, and you will see them, and set alerts for it, email alert for you to be getting their jobs under your area of specialization.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know, okay, you say you were not here before. I talked about job specification. When you are applying for any job, they will talk about the specification. You need to write how you meet all those specifications when you are answering it. And before you submit your application, by the time you build your link on LinkedIn, as in with other people that are working in this area, look for people that are working in those areas. People can actually help you to proofread your application.
That's good.
Okay. All right. I think I was speaking to MJ when it went off the other time. So,
Right.
Yeah. So MJ, I believe definitely you can do something. Just try as much as possible that you follow the right people on LinkedIn in this area that I've mentioned to you. And once you start with your application, get someone to proofread it before you submit it. I'm very sure you're going to secure something as much as possible. And if you can get a company you can volunteer for, even if it's just for few hours in a week, do it, because that will put you in a good platform for you to be able to get something. Because those companies you volunteer for, they will send for you as a reference, and you might even get something there in your area, the area you want. Write to them that you work for them, even if it's one day for free, because that's what people don't make use of. And I have made use of it in the past, and it has really helped me greatly. So please just look for that area. Apply this, and you'll be surprised with the results.
Okay. Yeah. You said specification that I missed out.
Yeah, the job
for the
specification. Yeah. Once you get the job specification, you go to them and attend to them one by one with examples. And that will help your application to stand out. Most times I realize that when Nigerians are answering questions, they just answer it flat. They don't critically analyze their questions and their answers, and also they don't cite it up with example. If you do that, that will stand you out. You'll be sure the way they'll be calling you for interview.
The questions you're talking about, is it from the application form?
Yes, it's from the application form. They always attach like job specification. So that just look out for it. That is the area that you use in calling people for interview. I can be on job specification for 1 week. I'm still doing it. I'm telling you, because that is what lies if they are going to call you or not.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right.
You're welcome.
We have Sunday Odiase. Am I calling the name properly? Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, you are.
Unmute yourself and introduce yourself with your name, where you are from, your kind of visa status, or if you are here, and if you're not here, what your plans are.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Darling.
Yes, my name is Esther Odiaise.
Okay.
From Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah. I studied chemistry.
All right.
Yes, so I'm going into caring.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So have you done any training in Nigeria?
And concerning the caring?
Yes.
And not really, but I'm going into it actually.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So what is your line of question? Is it like you want to find out what kind of trainings you need to help you, or what kind of job, or what kind of do you want a job over in the UK, or you want to come study, or you're looking for a route? What exactly would your question be? Like, do you need the kind of training that would aid you to get a job or an admission?
Yes, I need a training that will lead me to get an admission, a job. I just need the caring training so that I can get a work.
Okay, I understand what she means.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I think what you would do is that you have to be vigilant, because now there's a lot of people coming to Nigeria to get people in different way, and they are taking money from them. What you would do is that if you can get a company that is trusted, that you will do training with, then I believe after doing training with you, they might be able to link you with job. Hold on, let me get, there's a training company in Lagos, I know. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, please kindly mute your mic. Let me see if I can mute everyone, all participants.
What?
Okay, I don't think I'm the host, so
You are the host.
am I?
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, so that's why you could record now.
Okay, because I'm trying to mute everyone because the noise is too much.
Your husband can actually ask the questions. Do you understand? Your husband can ask the questions if he knows what to ask. Or did I say? Your husband can actually ask if he knows what to ask. So you're not having to go back and forth.
All right, is there?
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Sunday.
Good day, madam.
Yes, I said it's easier since you might be, you know the questions to ask. It will be easier for you to ask on her behalf,
Okay. Now she's doing she studied chemistry and pure chemistry. She wants to go into caring. And now she's on a training with a primary health care in Nigeria. Then we need the way forward for how she can click to attend the caring training.
Are you guys where in Nigeria are you?
In Abuja.
Abuja. All right.
Yeah.
So in case Adesua is looking for places, you might be able to, we are in Lagos, whichever will be okay for you. I think she might find. She's saying something about Lagos now.
Okay. In Abuja. Because come and talk to them. You need to explain more better to your people. Responding.
Hello?
Hi, dear.
Hello, ma.
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay, ma.
Adesua.
I'll pull the link
Adesua.
before I go. Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't, we have a group the Telegram group, If you give me all the information so that we can save
then
time,
you can put it for them.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know that London Training Center in Lagos, they do train people for different area and probably might even get a job through them. But I'll have to
can other training companies, in fact the one that does this MVQ here, can they actually from Nigeria do MVQ online?
I think if they want to do it, they will need to get hospital where they'll be able to do the practical and all that. But with London Training Center, I think they have an on-site training room, and I'll ask my contact. I've got my contact. I'll have to speak to Prince Way. But when I speak to Nurse Prince Way, I will let you know.
All right, that would be great. So Sunday, Esther, when
yes,
are you on the WhatsApp the Telegram group?
Yes.
All right. So what you would do, I would put the information on there. I sent messages around. So even if you don't get it on there, you send a message back to the number that sent you a message. That would be great. Is that all the question for now? Yeah.
Yes.
Vivian, you are muted.
I think Owolabi.
Okay.
Hello, hi, good evening.
Hello.
I'm Owolabi from in Aberdeen.
Okay.
I'm actually a chartered accountant back from Nigeria. I practice internal audit. I'm currently doing MSc business with strategic risk management.
Okay.
But the problem here is it looks as if getting administrative jobs or accounting jobs or audit roles as students is pretty difficult here maybe Aberdeen.
Okay.
Maybe Aberdeen. So
Okay.
I'm almost tempted into adjusting my CV just to go into care to make money. So what do you advise? People have said, guys, do this thing.
I think for me,
experience on your CV.
Are you limiting your application to Aberdeen or Wallaby? You know you can apply to any job anywhere in the UK, be it Scotland,
Yes,
be it Ireland. Yeah. Don't limit
Maybe depending
yourself.
on his visa. That's
Exactly.
why I said always put your visa.
Yes,
State your visa.
the problem is the visa I'm on. You know, I'm still on a student visa, so I'm restricted. So even most of the part-time jobs I'm applying for, a whole lot of part-time, work from home, remote jobs, they will always come back
You know, with
negative.
accounting, you have to be accredited as in your ACCA. Have you done your ACCA?
Well, to a large extent.
Okay, so
I'm
those are the
qualified from
area.
Nigeria.
Okay, and another thing is voluntary. We make use of voluntary. If there's any firm that you like, anything that you like, just do, even if it's a day or half day. Voluntary open doors to people, because the thing is, they look at it this way. Let's be practical. You are coming from a country and you are telling them you have S, Z, and Y experience. To them, they don't know, it has not been proven. Now you want to apply for a job for them. They are going to look for extra things before they can give you that opportunity. So when you volunteer with, it's a lot of organization out there. If you don't find out, you don't research it, you won't know that they have opportunities. You won't know. People volunteer with the council. They volunteer with different public, even private companies. There are roles you have to find out. Yeah.
People are trying to get in. If you can let them, they're sending me
Okay.
lots of messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've admit them all now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Sorry about
but there's nothing wrong in if you want to get into care. But just ask yourself, are you going to be happy? Are you going to be fulfilled? Those are the things you should ask yourself. These are things that I don't think anyone should advise you, but it has to come from within, what you really want. It's all about our priority and what we have at hand. I know that because I know of people doing this care job now that they have other area of line and they went in and they're already tired, like 2 months into, and like, what was I thinking about? So you have to think about it very well, please.
Now, also, I think, with regards to just maybe trying, because I've spoken to lots of people who have struggled to get jobs.
Yeah.
And some, they find it easy to get jobs from care homes. So in my honest opinion, I would say if you can tweak your CV. You have different CVs for different jobs. You cannot take a CV for accounting and go for care. So you have different CVs for different jobs. So we had that CV management class before, and there was so much information on how to get this CV and that CV and what is required and how you can help you. But I think just for you to set the sail, right? For you to just find something doing. If the care sector is what would help you get a job instantly and you start working and making money before you can find your feet to get to where your destination or where you want your career path, I think you should try anything. There is no limitation on what you can do and what you can't do with regards to work. Like I said, you can do anything. As much as you can sit down and wait for the best job or your career job that you want, you can be applying as well as try something else to keep the bills going and to keep paying the bills while you're applying for what you want. You can get a call for your career job while you are doing your care, and you decide to stop the care and go on with what you're doing, but at least you have something going. That's what I just think we should do. I don't know your time, Adesua.
Yeah, I will be kicking off in a few minutes. Yeah.
Yes. So if we cannot, is it okay for us to have another session some other time at your own? And so when they have more questions, or maybe the ones that have gone to try something out and they come back, would it be okay to have something with us again? More sessions with us?
Well, I don't know about a session from now till the month of October. From May till October, yeah. Is really tight for me. But if there are questions, because we are talking about human lives and destinies here, if there are questions, you can send them to me and I'll answer them, try as much as possible to answer them either with a voice note or write them, and you can put them on the Telegram. So just help me or whoever.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. And also the training. I would answer your questions, but I just want to make this is a more general thing. The training. If we have persons who are willing to go with the care training, do you have the trainers that would come to train them, as well as when during the training process they know them, they can provide referencing for them, because most of them always need references even if they get a job.
Okay, what you will do, if you give me a number of people that are interested, then I'll get in touch with my contact and let him know. Then he will tell me what, because the higher the people, the cheaper it will be for them. So that I will let him know these are the people, then he can come down to Glasgow and then he should be able to cover their references, because it's just a shame. That shouldn't be happening.
Okay, all right. That's most of the questions. So I would say, Emmanuel, let's pick some questions before she goes. Emmanuel, please.
All right, thank you very much.
Chike, Telegram. Let me find the Telegram.
Okay.
I'll mute myself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel.
Hi, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I study at RGU. I'm also of engineering background, then find myself in IT. So just to buttress what the earlier question that came, like you advised on taking MOD line.
Yeah.
So my question is, between now and then, we need to pay the bills. Yeah. So
yes, I know.
Do you advise for people in IT section, having to struggle to work with care? Sometimes it may not even be easy because of your IT background. It's difficult to even tweak your CVs to care CV. And sometimes I see this background check of like 5 years, and tell you have to, even if you're in Nigeria, you have to state where you were working. And putting that, even if you've got a care job or maybe putting that already, it's kind of selling you out that you are not even in the care area. So IT guys, what's your advice? Where do you think we can try to work to really help ourselves, even outside care, before dream job?
All right. Yeah, we won't have to keep body. We are talking about student job here. You can do security. There are jobs in the area of security, and there are jobs in the area of even things like sales assistants and things like that. When you work in the shop. But the thing is this, one bitter truth is this. The more, if you have a specialty, especially those that did engineering and all that, the more you are doing, you are veering away from your roots, you are doing other things, the more you are putting a gap in your CV, and the more you are getting further away from getting that dream job. I have someone that did computer, and when he finished, he got a lot of job. He worked in security here and there. Then he got a job as a computer engineer that was not very paying in a small company. He got another one. All these jobs were just playing him up and down. But at the end of the day, thank God he persevered. He ended up with a very good job. So what I'm trying to say is that it can start really rough. It is rough, but we need to persevere, and we should not let our eyes go away from where we are going. And as you are doing those things, exactly, certification. Thank you, Sonia. There are certification you can be doing to put you in the spotlight. I know we can spend time on Facebook and others, but please, LinkedIn is the place to be. If you want to pursue your career in any area, do your certification, update yourself, and keep doing. Yes, we'll pay, we'll do this job so that we'll get something paid, because nobody will pay our bills for us. But we still have things in the area of security. We have things under, and there are a lot of things you can do now remotely. Even the COVID management thing that you can do online, you can do it at home. There are a lot of other things you can do remotely. But let us not limit. What I'm trying to say is that we shouldn't limit ourselves to care. There are other things we can do. So when we are searching, let's just search wide. Don't let us limit ourselves to one certain area. Thank you.
All right. So there's someone that said here that he's been raising his hands and nobody. Chike's here.
Oh, sorry.
Chike's here. Chike's here. Are you there? Okay, if Chikeza is not here, there's another person here, Emmanuel. Very quick one, please. Tell us where you are. Put your videos on, please. And just tell us where you are, what visa you are on.
I already spoken. I just have to lower my hand.
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right. Okay, Victor.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Hi, Victor. Good evening.
Yeah. Earlier you spoke about the NVQ level 3 certification. Yeah, I really want you to probably elaborate more on it and how it can be obtained. Thank you.
Okay, NVQ level 3 is a national vocational qualification for health and social care. It can be for children or it can be for adults. You can do it with City and Gate and other learning platform. So if you Google it online, NVQ, you'll see different training bodies. But most times when you're working as a carer, your employer, they are meant to nominate you for it. Why they pay for it while you are working and you are doing it and completing it as you are going. But if you want to do it by yourself, then you have to pay for it. Well, I don't think it's too expensive. But if you are working as a carer, you can request when you are doing your supervision and say you are interested in doing the NVQ level 3, and they will put you for it and your employer will pay for it. So yeah, that is a healthcare social care qualification. It's accredited and is recognized. And if you want to go for things like nursing, social works and all that, it is widely accepted and is recognized.
And also we have we kind of have there's a contact I have that does the training. It has a training school. So anybody that's interested, if you go on the Telegram link, any information you want to ask, any more questions and all that, please just ask there, and at her own time she would get back to you. I would say Olufunke Badekele Johnson. Sorry if I pronounce your name.
Yes, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good afternoon, and good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, dear.
Yeah, yes. Please, it's almost similar to what you answered MJ for, but it's just our line are kind of different. I'm the student. I'm right here in Aberdeen. I'm doing my master's in corporate communications and public affairs. So my background, like where I'm coming from, customer service job, right from Nigeria. But right here, because of my kids, I'm planning to go same. Though personally, I would have loved to go through this route of social works too. Anyway, so I was like, since I like the way you answered MG truthfully and honestly, I was like, okay, let me ask my own question. Like coming from your hand, what I've done back there in Nigeria, my university degree was English. So I don't know what I can do actually, because I'm in a fixed like. So I don't know how you can help or advise.
Olufunke, did you say you have your master's?
No, right now I'm on it. I'm the student.
What are you studying?
Master's in corporate communication and public affairs.
Okay.
And let me add this to it, public affairs. Then I actually did a course at University of Lagos, advanced professional degree, advanced professionals in early childhood education.
Okay. Do you know what? I think with everything you are saying, I think it's just that you're already doing what you are doing. If when you were coming in, I wish you went in for masters in social works for 2 years.
I didn't know they had it.
Yeah, that would have really ticked the boxes for you, and that would have set you up greatly. Because with that, then you can work with either children or adults or mental health or even elderly or whatever you choose. But it would have given you a good platform with your background. even with English and everything, because you need strong communication skills and all that in the area of social work. And the fact that you have done that early childhood as well. But it's never too late. Depends if you finish your course and the area you want to, you can either do short courses in either area to set you on the platform of work.
Okay.
So, because when you are applying for work here, it doesn't mean that you have to apply for exactly what you have just finished. Because being a graduate means that we have transferable skills. So, being able to transfer our skills to other area is what really matters. So, you can apply to what you can even start with what they call family support worker, which you work with the councils and all that. So from there, even if you want to still do social work later, you can still do it, but you can start with that area, because with that can give you a good experience and platform for what you have studied.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu,
Yeah,
your
hello.
hand.
Yeah, good evening. You did a nice job. Thank you very much for the contributions, for answering our questions so far. Okay. I'm a student with RGU. I'm doing IT in business and intelligence. Okay.
Okay.
My background is business development and relationship management in banking, basically for over 15 years. Okay. Now, my question is, I've come in here, and just like you narrated, it's very good to, be focused on your line of your experience, and be able to aim towards it. There are two challenges I've gotten since I came in here as a student. Okay, I've gotten two job offers. Okay, one in Dubai and one in Aberdeen here in Scotland here. So I actually needed advice, because I didn't know most of the job were to start instantly, and myself, I know that based on my visa condition, I can't start. How best? Because I didn't know how to get back to them, because I really actually needed the job. How best do I maybe in future, because my details are on LinkedIn. I think I need to turn it off kind of for this period of hibernation. And thirdly is what kind of certifications do you think one could look into in maybe to still remain relevant in the business line? Okay. So,
Okay. All right. So, thank you. With what you've mentioned, to me, you're already doing the right thing. But for the other one with your visa, probably did you apply for a full-time job? Is that why you couldn't take it up with your visa terms? Because you can do 20 hours.
What happened is that the job roles were full-time, and
okay, they were full-time.
They actually stumbled on my CV on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So what helped me was that I exchanged contact with one of the persons that came to give us a talk on RG Forum a day.
Yeah.
So the contact got me that particular invite. So
okay, do you know what? For me, you shouldn't have just mute and don't respond. You should have responded to them. Explain your situation, that you are a student, you can only do 20 hours at the moment, and when you finish, you are open to sponsorship, because you never know who can sponsor you. And if they want you so bad, people have been created roles in the past. Because of you, they'll create that role. And because they want that person badly, they'll say you can do part-time. I was working with the council as a student. A lot of people say you can't work with the council as a student. As a student, I was working with the council. And it was when I started working as a student, the other people went out and were like, how did you get it? It's just, if you are relevant, they will take you. So please don't turn it off. Let them know the status now and tell them that you are willing, you are open for sponsorship once you finish your course. And if they value what you are bringing to the table, they will sponsor you. So for certification, just have to, do that as your own work, because I won't know in your area, because for me, I'm into health and social care. I'm a social worker. So what you need to do is for you to Google and research what is being needed, even if it's just this small stuff. Be doing it, because those are the things that keep you relevant. And as you are doing it, be updating your accounts that you have done this, you have done this. Please don't turn it off. You will be in your ass. Your sponsorship will come and meet you there. Don't turn it off. Just keep applying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If the line goes up, I'm sorry. If the line goes off, we would meet on the link, the Telegram. If you have any questions, please, you can relate it on, because it's going to go off soon. And Adeswa, thank you so much for your time. We could answer more questions.
Yeah.
Till it goes down. But I think there is Chi Zanzo. Sorry, that's the name I can see here. But guys, the link to the Telegram is there. You can click on it right now, and you could join in, and any question you want, you could ask on there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Hey, she's gone now. I think she's left now.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is still here.
I can hear you. Yeah.
It's gonna go off soon.
I'm a student. I'm here in Aberdeen. I'm a student. I'm studying public health and health promotion, but I'm a nurse by profession. But I don't have experience, like work experience in nursing. So, is there any advice you can give?
What you mean you don't have any experience? When did you finish your nursing qualification?
2021.
Are you registered with anybody?
Yes, back home, yes.
You are registered with NMC Nigeria?
No, I'm not from Nigeria.
Okay, where are you from? From Zambia. So are you
Zambia.
registered with NMC Zambia?
Yes.
So how come you didn't do any work at all?
I just finished and then I first started with a diploma in nursing.
Yeah.
And when I did a degree in nursing. And when I finished, that's how I am here in Aberdeen.
Okay, that's quite suicidal. That's not a good step. You should have at least done 6 months experience, because when you want to apply, you need your experience. But nevertheless, as you're here, just do whatever you can do with, care assistant job. But when you apply, every employer will request for reference from your experience. So now you have to go back to your placements, where you did your placement in Zambia. They have to be able to give you references to cover that up. So if I were you, I will get in touch with those people. Make sure you have some people's contact that can stand for you as referee, because you need that. And you can volunteer with you can work as a care assistant, because yes, you are a nurse. But after doing that, you need to apply for what they call CBT Part 1 exam. You apply for that, and you do your because you're already working, you can still do your IELTS or OAT, but it's after your verification is complete with NMC UK before you can apply for CBT2. But the CBT2 is being sponsored by employer. By then you would have gotten a nursing job. But the first step is for you to start preparing for your CBT Part 1, and make sure you have someone that can stand for you for referencing. That is very important, because that to me I think is the biggest hurdle you are going to cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to actually state that the recordings, we'll try and make these recordings available, because most of these questions that you're asking, some person must have asked it already. So I would try. It's 3 recordings now in total. I don't want to make it 4. So we will try and get it out for you. You need them, or maybe I'll just find a way to put most of this. Dr. Omo, I'll try and put most of these recordings. So maybe in one video, so we could have them, click on it and watch and listen to the questions. It might just relate to you. But after you listen and it doesn't apply to you, then you want to ask more questions, then you can send a message as either a text message or as a voice recording. to be passed to her. And at Adesua's free moment, to get back to you, want to appreciate Adesua for taking your time. You see,
please
he's
now
actually
let me ask my question
now. All right, okay, ask the question.
Thank you very much for this organization. Please, I just want to ask a very quick one with regards to somebody who doesn't have a BS in nursing and may want to get an MSc in nursing. What is the possibility of getting into the health system easily after a nursing master's in nursing without a BS in nursing? Because some schools do offer for admission to masters in nursing even without the background in nursing.
Yeah, you don't need a degree in nursing for you to do your MSc in nursing in UK. Nursing is a regulated course, just like social work. So if you have a degree from other background and you want to do nursing, you can do nursing for 2 years, MSc, and you will become registered nurse. So what they need is a relevant degree, at least a 2-1. Then you can apply, and also some form of experience in the care sector or caring role for you to be able to apply for your MSc nursing. And as international student, you pay for your food tuition. You are not entitled to NHS bursary, so you pay for everything for that 2 years. So if you can afford that, yes, it is possible. It's all about the strength of your personal statement. It's all about your caring experience.